They don't bring them out to you. You got to do what they're doing. He said you could drive me. Every car got a key. He said you get the car, go right around with your car. I would. Yeah. I gotta find my car. Supposed to be B11 is a big G12. morning. This is our time of now prayer. Anybody got any announcements? Yes, sir.
Church council meeting will be next Sunday after the first Sunday meal. And we're calling off youth tonight.
Okay. Anybody else got any announcements? If not, you see our prayer list on the screen. Anybody need to be added?
Mike, you gonna tell about Hope?
Yeah, Hope, my sister, she went into the ER and they admitted her about 3:30, 4 o'clock this morning with a blood clot in her head. She's multiple blood clots. Just keep her in prayer.
Okay. Anybody else?
And Louise died 10:30 on last time. About 3:30 this morning.
You guys want to do?
Sure. I told her, I said, I'll be done with that thing, girl. You get two of them, you're gonna get a family.
Take a picture with you. Yeah.
We're gonna leave in the morning driving up there.
Well, go ahead and drive, yeah. He likes to drive.
Yeah, we'll go.
Mississippi, what, twice in 2 days?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
We put Brenda Danner back on there. She had her rotator cuff surgery, but she's had to sit back and she's having a hard time with it.
Okay. Anybody else?
Y'all, if y'all would put Dwayne Wright on there, and I mean, this what I'm asking for has nothing to do with football at all, so please don't take it that way, but it just seems like our children are just getting hurt right and left, and for different reasons, and it's just crazy. I mean, they look like the walking wounded walking down the hall trying to take book bags, and we've got wheelchairs, and we've got crutches, and we've got boots, and we've got slings. I'm like, my Lord. So if y'all would just keep the kids in your prayers that they can get themselves together, I guess. But Dwayne had surgery last Wednesday, and he has plates and screws in his ankle, and they're talking 6 weeks at least recovery. So he's, I don't know how much school he'll miss with all that too. So.
Have another night, book.
Okay.
We're doing a fundraiser for Shonda O'Brien. She's been on the prayer list, and she's still fighting cancer and stuff. It's a fundraiser. We have tickets for $2 a piece for a gun, a Savage Creek, 6.5 people. If anybody would like tickets, see me, we'll go, and Scott still has some tickets too.
Okay.
Be in prayer for my friend Leanna. She broke her wrist right before last couple months ago. So she's in the sling right now. So,
So we have to walk in McDonald's.
no, she don't work at McDonald's anymore. She slipped and fell on it, and they took her to the emergency room, and the doctor said it was so swollen that at the time that they x-rayed it, they didn't read the x-ray to see if it was broken. So they went back yesterday morning, I think, and they said it was broken definitely. So she's in the cast and was sling. So.
Okay. Anyone else?
I think we need to be in prayer for what happened after the game Friday night. For the tempers and the mouthing and the feelings between, two people that they don't even know each other, and they've got this animosity built up and this anger towards them just because of who they think they are or where they live, and that's just wrong, and we've got other kids in middle school that may possibly not be able to play because of what happened Friday night between the two teams. So we just need to be in prayer for that, because that's just uncalled for.
Melissa, it's not an isolated incident. It's all over the place, too.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm saying in our family,
Oh, yeah,
it's
I know
just,
our families.
I mean, the animosity is so high just because you've lived and watched them. I mean, it's not, so it's just, to me, it's uncalled for. You can't even go out there and celebrate with your kids after the game because there's fights.
That's right.
Anyone else? No, Scott, back on.
Lord, we're just thankful to be in your house today, Lord, for the blessings that you give us here at the church, Lord. We're forever grateful. For the names that are called on prayer list, Lord, you knew their needs better than we do. Just continue to lead, guide, and bless this church and this, whatever pleasant in your eye, Lord, just allow us to do it towards your will, and allow Marty to bring this message this morning, that we may get something out of it, Lord, and just continue to look after the people on the sick list. I know there's a bunch of names up there that we don't mention every Sunday, and they've been on there for a while. And Lord, just continue to look after them and heal them and do your will. In Jesus' name I pray.
All right, if you would please take your hand off and please stand. We'll sing page 227.
Thank you.
lines up, just, pray that they be used according to your will. And, yes, I'll make her stand.
Lane and Chuck. I mean, Chuck come down here a while ago. Wow, that's impressive. That's impressive. Y'all should have seen the look on Chuck's eyes the first time I ever asked him to pray. See, deer in the headlight, what he looked like. And now he's coming down front, taking up the offering. You know what it shows me? It shows me, huh? And pray. Thank you very much. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your attitude to serve. Good morning.
Good morning.
We're going to talk about some things this morning, and we're going to talk about something. Just as soon as I start talking about it, you're going to automatically assume that I want to go down a certain avenue this morning. Well, I don't. I am, however, using some things to get us going down another avenue, to get us going down another direction, and we're going to tie all this together in the end. We're going to get it all wrapped up, we're going to get it all put together in a nice little package right at the end. But at the beginning of it, you will say, oh no, there we go. I'm going to say, no, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. So, if I were to kind of begin this morning and kind of get y'all interested in what we're talking about, can anybody tell me about something that's been in the news this week?
Brett Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh. What's the woman's name?
Ford.
Dr. Ford.
Dr. Ford. We just call him Dr. Ford. Judge Kavanaugh and Dr. Ford. Now, a lot of y'all sitting there saying, oh my goodness, he's going to be one of them political talking. No, today's not like politics. Look, folks, ain't none of this about politics. Ain't none of this about politics. But I want to say, yeah, it's best to stay out of it. But I do want to say some things. I want to challenge this church to know what's going on. And I want to be able to wrap this thing up and tie it all together in the end because it is relevant. It is relevant, okay? Not the fact of what's going on with man as far as how they're doing and everything, but the outcome, okay? Are you being accused? Is the name of today's message. Are you being accused? So remember that. Now, I got a few opening statements I want to start with before we get started. We may not all know, but we all should know what this past week's events are. If you do not know, you should know. Am I telling you to be in the middle of politics? No. What I'm talking about has nothing to do with politics. It's being painted as political. But in the end, what's going to make the difference? Right now, there's a law or a bill or whatever was passed back in the 1970s. Anybody ever heard of Roe versus Wade? Okay. You know how things like that gets passed? It has to go through the highest court in the nation. Okay? That's how these laws get passed. And then this highest court in the nation sets a bunch of judges. Can anybody tell me how many there are? 9. 9 judges sit on this court. If Christians care about the laws and the rules that this nation stands on and for, we will care about what's going on right now. Okay? Do we have a say-so on what's going on right now? Well, we do, indirectly. We have a lot of say-so about what's going on right now. Because in the end, if we get out and do our due diligence and we vote the way we should, we can have a say-so. Can we have any effect on what's going on with the trial right now and what's fixing to happen? No, not really. Can we pray about it? Yes, we can. How important is it for us to have people that believes the things that we do in that Supreme Court and have an actual, not minority, but majority? You know what that means? It means that if you've got 5 judges that's in there that believes the same things we do, there's more of a chance of the laws getting passed that we need than the chance of the laws getting passed that we don't need, or the laws that can actually hurt us. One day, it's going to come down to a point where this may be illegal. You realize that? This may be illegal one day, and you know where it will happen? It will happen in that courtroom where these judges are going now. That's where it will happen in. It ain't going to be a bunch of vigilantes running around here breaking down doors and going in and shooting up everybody and saying, y'all can't believe in this man called Christ. It ain't going to have anything to do with that. You know how Satan works? He works smoothly. He works behind the scenes. He comes in, not the front door of the church blasting away with all guns blazing. He comes in the mail. He comes in the mail and he says, you are hereby notified that it will be against such to continue having services in this building under the name of Christ. You tell me if you think it don't want to happen. Anybody that sits here and says that can never happen, You don't have any idea what's going on in the world today. But I'm telling you right now, there are countries right now that have people in it that love Jesus and cannot sit in a church like this and worship Him for the sake of being locked up or killed. And the same thing can happen here. There's a lot of people in the United States that wants to make it happen right now. We should be able to at least understand the importance of why there is such a battle going on in Washington, D.C. We should be able to understand why and how important it is to us. It's about our worship. It's about the rights that the original Constitution gives us. That the same people that made that Constitution would spit on the way this world, this nation is being run today. But it's so far away from what it used to be, it ain't even funny. Am I going to tell you that every man that wrote the Constitution of the United States was a born-again believer in Jesus Christ? No. But you know what? They were held to accountability of what Christians should hold themselves to now. That's the accountability, that's the type of attitude and accountability they had. They believed in freedom for man. They believed that man should be able to pick and choose what he wants to do for his life. They believed that man should be able to go out and have the liberty and the right and the justice to do and go and make a living and worship who he wants to worship in the whole 9 yards. They believed in that back then. And I'm telling you, it ain't happening now. We should be able to discern the right and the wrongs pertaining to the trial. Now this is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets interesting. I'm going to read this again. We should be able to discern the rights and wrongs pertaining to the trial. I'm fixing to show y'all some. I'm fixing to give y'all some really, really interesting stuff. You're going to really like the next few minutes, and then we're going to tie it on in. But in the end, all we have is our belief, whether one is right or wrong. In the end, I'm telling you this right now. In the end, doesn't matter what's going on with that. It's how you believe what's going on with that. Okay? In the end, we're not going to change who Jesus Christ is by believing in Him or not believing in Him. Just because you don't believe in something does not mean it's wrong, or doesn't mean it don't exist. You just simply choose not to believe in Him. You may believe in a loving God that's going to send everybody to heaven if they're good. Well, I'm telling you right now, your belief may be that, but that's not going to change an almighty, holy God that will have His day of judgment on this world. You will not change that. You may feel better because you believe that we have a lesser God that believes in letting good people go to heaven and the bad people go to hell. You may feel better about yourself by believing that. But I'm telling you now, you're wrong. We do not have a lesser God in heaven. We do not have a Father on the throne that believes in a person being good. We have a Father on the throne that believes in a person being righteous. And you know how we're righteous? We're righteous through blood that was shed for us. I don't care what we believe. It does not change what heaven is. It does not change what heaven's about. It does not change the big picture of what God really is, who Christ really is. It is amazing. Me and Becky found out the other night, not only do we have Josephus' writings, but what was it, Becky, like 10 or 12 different people? Maybe 10 different people. We've got historical evidence of people that wrote about Christ. We're going to share that list with y'all one of these Wednesday nights or Sunday nights. But it's amazing how real Jesus really is. It really is. There are so many things going on during this trial that if you don't pay attention, you will never see it. Somebody that don't care, that just nonchalantly watches. I got a perfect example. There are people that watch football games. Okay? There are people that watch football games. And I'm going to talk about this later on. This is going to be another message for another day, okay? So I'm not going to go all the way there, but I'm going to go kind of there, okay? There's people that watches football games. Does anybody know somebody that just watches the Super Bowl? I'm not talking about nothing that's happened in the past. I'm not talking about, does anybody know people that will go all year and not watch a game and just watch the Super Bowl? Okay, you do that?
No, my mom does.
Okay, your mom does. Okay, here we go. Now, is anybody in here still a NASCAR fan? Anybody? Todd? Okay. Todd, you're a NASCAR fan. Billy, you're a NASCAR fan. Okay. Did you know some people that only watch the Daytona 500 because it's the biggest race of the year? It's their Masters. Okay. How about golf? Anybody in here just watched the Masters? I'm guilty as anybody. George, Belinda, sit down. My wife, generally, we've actually changed our subscription to this network before just so we can watch them up in the Masters.
Yeah, but I watch other ones.
Well, you do, but Ronnie. But here's the deal. The difference in a person that watches it once a year compared to a person that watches it week in and week out is the same thing as what's going on in this trial right now. If somebody tells you, hey, you hear about the trial on TV, and you say, yeah, I watched 5 or 10 minutes of it, and it just looked like a bunch of people sitting there talking, I really wasn't interested in it, you're not going to see what's going on. But if you are really interested in what's going on in this trial, you will learn things. I bet you if me and Stephen sit down and watch a football game right now, which that's never going to happen, even though he wants so bad for his preacher to love football, it just ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. I hear about all these kids getting all broke up and busted up and everything. I'm like, these are kids that I might love and I might see sometime. I don't want to come in with a crutch. I mean, that thing is ridiculous. But anyway, that's another story for another day. But I guarantee if me and Stephen were to sit down right now, it means I love you, Lonnie. It means I love you. I don't want you sitting there saying, you forgot me again. If me and Stephen were to sit down right now and watch a football game, what am I going to see? This crowd gets the ball, they do this, and they don't do nothing, then they punt. Or they throw a pass and somebody catches it. Stephen, what's Stephen going to tell you? He's going to tell you what is some of the words. Give me some terminology. What am I looking at when I see the field? What do you see when you see the field?
Well, you got to look at the formation, the down distance, the strategy, they're setting up future plays, everything like that.
See, you just named that like 22 things.
Wow.
You see it? 22. You just named 22 things. I'm not going to see all that. You know why? I have no interest in it. I'm telling you, you should have an interest in this trial. You should see what's going on in this trial. I'm going to tell you some things that's going on, and maybe some of y'all have heard about some of the stuff, maybe you haven't. But I want to share with you some stuff, and if anybody's got anything today they can remember about this, I want you to be on board with me. I want you to help me understand. Let me explain to some of these people. First of all, it's all about the big picture agenda. Okay? It's about the big picture. Our lives as they are right now, is not about this moment. It's about the big picture. It's about where we go. The big picture to us is salvation. The big picture to us is eternity. Okay? Alright? But in this particular trial, it's all about the big picture. Both of these people are hung up in something that is way bigger than they are. Both of these people are hung up in something that is way bigger than what their past is. Okay, I'm going to share with you some things. Will the Democrats and Republicans care what Brett done, or Brett Kavanaugh, I'm going to say Brett and Christine now, I don't like all the big words. Will the Democrats and Republicans care what Brett done 36 years ago if he were not in the position that he is right now? Now one of them. They wouldn't have been no more care who he was 36 years ago than a man on the moon. Okay? Would the Democrats and Republicans care if Christine was assaulted if it did not pertain to the tarnishing Brett's reputation? Remember, I'm not saying just Republicans against her and Democrats against him. I'm saying both sides. Both sides. Neither the Democrats nor the Republicans care anything for these people because it's all about getting the agenda moving forward. These are just people that's getting hung up in it. Well, I tell you right now today, that is one of the major differences in Christianity and having a Father in heaven that loves us and being hung up in this kind of agenda. You know why? Because Satan may be talking to God about one of you right now. Satan may be talking to God about one of you right now. And you know what? To Satan, what is he trying to do? He's trying to use you to stop the big movement, the agenda, Christianity, salvation. He's trying to use you to stop salvation from going forward. He don't care who you are. You are a pawn to him. But God loves you. This is a one-sided relationship, folks. Satan does not love you. Satan uses you. God loves you, and he still wants to use you. But he loves you. That's the difference. That's the major difference in all this. These people in office, we talked about a little bit in Sunday school class this morning. These people in office, they're about an agenda. They're about getting something done. They're about getting their views and their opinions and their voice heard. Do you think that they care one bit? Like right now, for instance, if as much as the Democrats are sitting there and oohing and ahhing over Christine and what may potentially happen to her 36 years ago, as much as they act like they love her right now, if Kavanaugh were to walk up and say, okay, I resign, I'm going to take my name out of it, At that point, they don't care who she is no more. They're done with her. They're done with her at that point. Okay? Guess what? If Kavanaugh stands up and says, I don't want to have anything to do with this, I'm out of it, you know what? The Democrats not going to care for him either. It's all over with that. What has happened? The agenda has been moved forward. They on to the next problem. Well, it don't work like that with Satan and God. You know, it ain't the same. It ain't the same. First of all, when Satan gets through with us about something, whether he wins or loses, he's coming back. When God is always there. With Satan, it's like a revolving door. Living against Satan is a revolving door. Sometimes he's going to be there, sometimes he's not. You can't tell me that sometimes you don't have good days, sometimes you have bad days. You can't tell me that sometimes you got something going on in your life that you like, and sometimes you got stuff going on in your life that you don't like. Well, you know what? God is there during all of it. But you may be frequently or infrequently visited by Satan himself. Not that he can win you. Not that he can stop your salvation from going forward, but he's not worried about your salvation. He's worried about you affecting somebody else. He's worried about their salvation. If he can take a Melissa Buck, and we've got Buck is a deacon, we've got Melissa is a song leader, and he can take this family, and he can have this family in church, and he can let this church have this great. Satan will let you be somebody in church. He will let you be somebody in church. You know why? He can use that against you. Because who is the community going to care about the most? The one that sits in the church and never says anything, or the one that actually has a position in the church? Who is the community going to look at if Buck's truck is sitting there at the beer joint? Compared to somebody here that never says nothing, never does nothing, you don't even know what church you go to. It works the same way. It's so simple. So Buck is being used. He may think he's being used by God in a situation in church where he's a deacon now. Okay? But I'm telling you that Satan is playing just as much about you being a deacon as anybody, because he's got plans for you. He plans to use your reputation as a deacon at Loco Baptist Church to tarnish Loco Baptist Church. And if you give him just one little bit, he will take one little bit and go with it. And the next thing you know, you got a totally corrupt system in Loco Baptist Church. You think I'm rattling on, but folks, I'm telling you, it's the truth. I'm telling you that. I've seen Satan come into a church that was thriving, a church that was growing. It was a small church. Everybody knew everybody. And within 6 months' time, there was 4 divorces and the church split. Is the community going to talk about a church that's just sitting there not doing nothing? No. Is the community going to talk about a church that's thriving and growing? They might. Let me tell you what the community will talk about. They'll talk about a church that just go off pieces. Writing down the name. What do you think all that is? What do you think this whole trial is? Stepping on someone to gain something. Well, let me tell you something. Satan is willing to step on everybody in here to gain something. You got to remember, it's an agenda, folks. It's a big picture. We are not pawns to God, but we are to be used by Him. We are to be showing Him. We are to be living Him. We are to be serving Him, not as pawns, but as children. We talked about it this morning in Sunday school class. In this morning's Sunday school class, we talked about the fact that parents today let their kids grow to the time that they walk out of the house and go off on their first job, and they've never washed the dish, never washed their clothes, never cut the grass, which I have learned one thing. In Local Baptist Church, there's a lot of women that love to cut grass. You cannot use that. I tried to use an example of, I've seen before a woman outside cutting grass, her husband was at work, and the young was sitting up there laying in the bed playing Ditto, or whatever the name of the games is now. Marco Polo. What is one of them games? Donkey Kong. That's the one. Donkey Kong.
Fortnite.
Fortnite Donkey Kong. That's a good game. And everyone in the Sunday school class said, whoa, wait a minute, I love cutting grass. Don't you tell my young to go back if I cut grass. They don't even let me cut my own grass. It's just like that. But here's the deal. There have been kids that their parents have supported them their whole entire life. And they've never done not one thing in return. Not one thing. got a lot of head nodding going on right over here. I just let it be known on YouTube or wherever this goes, that right over here on this side of the church, there's a lot of head nodding going on. Kids should want to do for their parents if they love them. If you love your Father in heaven, you should want to do it. It's plain and simple, folks. It's plain and simple. But I want to share with you some things. This is some things maybe some of y'all knew, maybe you didn't. But right now we're going to talk about appearance. We're going to talk about appearance. We're going to call him Brett. His name is Brett Kavanaugh. We're going to talk about appearance. He wears a suit. Okay? He's on trial, essentially. He's wearing a suit. You'll notice that it's basically the same type suit that he wears all the time. No changes in the suit. Okay? It's important. It's important that he wears that type of suit. Because that type of suit is going to reflect the type of job he has, the type of personality he has, the type of business person he is, the type of judicial person he is. If Brett Kavanaugh were to wear a gray suit all the time and with no pinstripes or anything like that, and he falls up in the courtroom with a louder color suit that's got pinstripes or something like that on it, that's going to give a false interpretation of who he is. That's not going to be who he is. So what does he try and do? He's trying to maintain a consistency. But if you see him wearing that suit, I'm telling y'all, I'm being honest with you, this is already studied, this is already proven. You are supposed to wear something that works for you when you go on trial. So what is he doing? He's wearing this very business-like suit, this very much judicial-looking suit, very professional-looking. Very professional. All right, there's another thing that's going on with Brett. There's another thing that's going on with that. Is he doesn't wear glasses. He doesn't wear glasses. He doesn't wear glasses while he's on trial. And this could be showing the world that he has nothing to hide. Okay? He has nothing to hide. You can see his face. You can see his features. You can see his emotions. You can see everything about him. I'm telling you, it's important. You got to look at this stuff. He doesn't wear glasses. He has no glasses on. His passion about his innocence. Okay? He has a passion about his innocence. Now look, I'm telling y'all right now, before this whole thing is said and done, I don't have a clue who's doing what. Okay, I really don't. Nobody does. Nobody does. But I'm telling you this. He's passionate about his innocence. Has anybody ever watched a big court case on TV? And when you know the person is just guilty as sin, are they passionate about their innocence? What do you see? Do you see smirks? You see grins? You see this attitude of, I'm untouchable? I mean, everybody in here, if I were to ask for somebody to give me one, everybody knows some of the big ones that we're talking about. Everybody knows some of them. But I'm telling you, the ones that are guilty don't act the way this man's acting. This man's passionate about his innocence. Okay? I'm not saying this to try to steer him, but it doesn't make any difference in here. We ain't going to nothing. Christine's appearance. First of all, she has on a navy suit, a navy blue suit. There's one of two colors that a person's supposed to wear when you go to trial. It's either supposed to be navy blue or it's supposed to be dark gray. Plain and simple. Okay, that is the two colors. When you get ready to go to trial, it's either one of those two colors. You want to know the reasons why? Black, black in the suit, comes across as being assertive or powerful or in control, the whole 9 yards. That's not what you're looking for. You're looking for humility. Okay? So now, you can't wear black. It has to be the navy. It has to be the neutral gray. Now, it also can't be flamboyant. Okay? My wife and Carrie Ann would never make it on trial. It just wouldn't work. They got too much here, and they got all this stuff here, and all this. If Mary would have sat down with all them rocks on her finger right now, they would laugh her out of the courtroom. Talking about, you don't need nothing, just get out of here. Things like that are important. Why? It doesn't matter if you're guilty or not, it's how the jury or the jurors see you. Okay? So here's the deal. You don't wear flamboyant colors because that shows that you don't care and you know that you're going to get off. Nothing sickens me more. And I'm going to say this, and I don't care who sees it on national TV, national internet or not, but there's one thing that sickens my stomach about the police officer in Los Angeles after the Ron King beating. Okay? One thing that made me sick to my stomach was one of the police officers showed up for the day of the sentencing. Okay, he had a Hawaiian shirt on. And as he was walking in the door of the courthouse, they asked him, was he going to get, acquitted, proven innocent, whatever it's called. And he made a comment, something like, yeah, I'm not going to be in here long. And he had on this real flowery looking shirt. What arrogance is that? What ridiculousness is that? Is that not awful? But the point is, you don't wear something flowery. You don't wear something flamboyant. You don't wear something of any other color than gray, dark gray, or navy blue. She had on navy blue suit. Okay? Pay attention to stuff, okay? The next thing is, she had her glasses. Okay? And her glasses are on for another reason. Her glasses is on to show her as the victim. Okay? I mean, the kids, y'all, most of y'all probably, some of y'all old enough, one of the things that was in school back when I was young is you never hit the kid that had glasses on. Anybody ever heard that saying? You remember that? That's what I'm talking about. See, never got younger folks that can believe in it. You never hit the kid with glasses on. Why? It was wrong. It was wrong to hit the kid with glasses on. You've got a lady sitting here. She got glasses on. The glasses is to show humility. It's to show a meekness. It's to show a non-strength. I'm telling you, all this stuff's true. But she's got these glasses on. Now, there's more to it than that. It's to show a non-assertiveness. It's to show a weakness. But check it out. Did y'all notice something about her glasses? Was they blurry looking? Anybody paying attention? Who actually seen part of this thing? You got a few. You got a few. When she had her glasses on, you noticed that it was kind of foggy looking, kind of a haze to it. I looked up what you're supposed to do when you're on trial. You know what one of the tricks is? You put vegetable oil on your glasses. You put vegetable oil on your glasses, and what you do is you wipe a real thin film of vegetable oil, and what it does is it keeps the judge and the jurors from being able to see your pupils clear to tell what your emotions really are. Okay? So since, what do we call that? Smoke and mirrors. Look at her glasses. Go back and look at the pictures. Okay? I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Huh? You're hiding something. Hiding something. These things are happening in front of us on national TV. If you don't know these things, you will never pay any attention. You will never even realize it. Well, let me tell you something. Satan is doing the same things in our lives. Satan's desire is to throw up smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. Satan may give us smoke and mirrors through a good bank account. He may give us smoke and mirrors through thinking that we're okay to go to heaven because we've been a good person. He may give us smoke and mirrors because we're tithing. We're tithing like we should. We don't even know Jesus. We're just tithing because it's what we're supposed to do. Satan uses all kinds of smoke and mirrors. He may actually let a child go way, way, way far away from their whole family because the family is in so much denial of how bad the child really is, they won't admit to it, and they'd rather let the child go than to discipline the child. Satan uses all kinds of smoke and mirrors. But one of the most powerful things that Satan uses as smoke and mirrors is tranquility. Can you believe that? Tranquility. You know why? If you're not doing anything for the Lord and you're not saved, but you're happy where you're at right now in church because everything is good and life is good, Satan's not going to bother you. You know why? He has you right where he wants you. He has you in church thinking all is well, not doing a thing for the Lord. And it just tickles him pink. He ain't got to do anything with you. Not do a thing. He just leave you alone. Just leave you alone. Ain't that amazing? Smoke and mirrors, it's all about smoke and mirrors. Well, I want us to turn somewhere. I want us to go to some verses. I want us to answer a question for ourselves and get ready. Get your Bibles out, turn to the book of Job. Get your Bibles out, turn to the book of Job. Job 1. You ready, Chuck? I'm going to give you the page. You ready, Chuck? Yep. All right, the page is 1016. 1016. If everybody had the same Bible, I could just tell y'all to turn to page 1016. Job 1. Job 1. I want to read a story to you. about something that happened many, many years ago. And while you're flipping now, I want you to ask yourself a question. What is the big picture for my life? What is the big picture for my life? Who is in the playing field of my life? Who's at bat for me right now? Who's playing for me right now? Have I got a good team on my side? Have I got a good coach on my side? Where am I at right now in life? What does my team look like? What does my team look like? Job 1. We're going to read the first 12 verses. Get to a point, I'm going to share something with you. We're going to talk about Satan for a few minutes when we get through this. Job 1 says, in the land of Uz, there lived a man whose name was Job. This man was blameless and upright. He feared God and shunned evil. He had 7 sons and 3 daughters. He owned 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, and 500 donkeys, and had a large number of servants. He was the greatest man among the people of the east. His son used to hold feasts in their homes on their birthdays, and they would invite their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them. When a period of feasting had run its course, Job would make arrangements for them to be purified. Early in the morning, he would sacrifice a burnt offering for each of them, thinking, perhaps my children have sinned and cursed God in their hearts. This was Job's regular custom. One day, the angels came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came with them. The Lord said to Satan, where have you come from? Satan answered the Lord, from roaming throughout the earth, going back and forth on it. Then the Lord said to Satan, have you considered my servant Job? See, God already knew what Satan wanted. There is no one on earth like him. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil. Satan says, does Job fear God for nothing? Satan replied, have you not put a hedge around him and his household and everything he has? You have blessed the work of his hands, so that his flocks and his herds are spread throughout the land. But now stretch your hand out and strike everything he has, and he will surely cuss you to your face. The Lord said to Satan, very well then, everything he has is in your power, but the man himself do not lay a finger. Folks, I'm going to share something with you. Verse 11. Verse 11. Verse 11 is Satan accusing Job in front of God. Satan accusing Job in front of God. What does he say? First of all, Satan knows exactly who Job is. He's a righteous man. But what does Satan want to do? He wants to bring down Job. He wants to bring down Job, and he wants to get at God. And how is he going to get at God? He's going to get at God by tearing down Job's name. Okay? And how is he going to tear down Job's name? Well, Satan's got all kinds of ways to do that. But let's check something else out. Satan accuses Job of giving lip service to God. Satan accuses Job of playing church. Satan accuses Job of living with God's blessing but not giving the credit to God. Satan accuses Job of being righteous as long as it's easy to be righteous. Satan is accusing Job of not being who he really says he is. Satan is accusing Job. He's accusing his credibility. He's questioning his credibility. You say, how is this important? What do you think happened in Washington, D.C. right now? Is the whole thing not based off tearing down another so that you can gain? Well, what do you think Satan is doing right here? Because you know what? There's been a lot of people come to know the Lord because of Job. But if Job had faltered in this time, you think God would have ever let him be written about in his word? No. When I lost my job, and I was sitting in Shaw's parking lot, I would get there 30 minutes early every morning, and I would read parts of the book of Job. Because it meant something to me. It meant that other people had been through things way worse than I was going through. And his name was Job, and he was a real man. And he had a real Father in heaven, and he was real righteous. And Satan was there. And Satan went to God about somebody to destroy. And God said, how about my servant Job? Let me ask you something today. If Satan is talking about going and finding somebody in Lincoln County, who's God going to say? What about my servant, and give a name? What about my servant? What about my servant? Which one of y'all in here has the faith to be ready to be put in Job's shoes? Because you know what? We may consider ourselves righteous, but can we remain righteous when it's not easy to be righteous? Satan has many names. Many names. Somebody give me one. Somebody give me a name other than the devil, other than Lucifer. What is it?
Beelzebub.
Beelzebub. Very good. Somebody else. Somebody else. I know y'all have a little more names to say than that. What you got, Jimmy?
Serpent.
Serpent. Very good. Give me another one. Somebody. Lucifer. Very good. Give me another one. Somebody. Come on. Somebody.
Morning Star.
Morning Star. What's your name?
Beelzebub.
Beelzebub. All right, that's what she said. But you can't hear good. That's fine. But no, I didn't mean that funny way. You couldn't hear what Diane said. She said it kind of quiet. What we got?
Accuser.
Accuser. What about it?
Prince.
Prince. What about it?
Prince I am.
Tara's got something. What you got, Tara? You done looked up something. What you done looked up? Nothing. She said nothing. What? Deceiver. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Very good. What we got? One more. Give me one more and I'll read something out to you. Give me one more.
He was a top guardian angel. I don't know what he was called.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Satan has many names. The tempter. The star. Son of perdition. Serpent of old. Ruler of this world. Yeah. Yeah, how about that? How about that? Murderer. Man of sin. Like you talked about. Lucifer. Little horn. He's known in the book of Revelation as little horn. Okay? Liar. Leviathan. Lawless one. King of Tyre. King of Babylon. Father of lies. The dragon. The devil. Beelzebub. Apollyon. Anointed cherub. Like Becky said. Angel of light. And many more. But how many people have ever heard Satan called the accuser of the brethren? The accuser of the brethren. That's King James. That's King James' word. It's so cool. It's so cool. That word, brethren. I mean, that is a cool word, the brethren. He is called, in the book of Revelation, the accuser of the brethren. You know what that means? Satan spends his whole time accusing us of false doings. Well, guess what? It could be real doings. You think Satan don't tattletale on God, to God about who we are? Sure he does. Does God already know it? Sure he does. Does it make Satan feel good to run and tell? Sure he does. Do you think he's getting a feather in his cap? Sure. Is the feather in his cap is he trying to regain salvation? Regain heaven? No. What is Satan trying to do? He's trying to turn God's eye off us. What he's trying to do. Revelation 12:10. I'm not going to ask you to turn that for the sake of time. But it says, Then I heard a loud voice in heaven say, Now has come the salvation and the power and the kingdom of our God and the authority of his Messiah. For the accuser of our brothers and sisters, who accuses them before our God day and night, has been hurled down. Has been hurled down. What's going to happen to Satan in the end? He's going to be hurled down. Now, we're fixing to have a little competition. We're fixing to have a little competition. Here we go. This side of the church against this side of the church. Y'all ready? This side of the church against this side of the church. Whoever has it first, raise your hand. Y'all will win. If you win, nothing is going to say you win. All right. And I'm going ahead and tell you right now, it's going to be easier for this side over here. So I'm going to give y'all like 3 seconds head start. Okay? And then I'm going to tell them what that verse is. This side of the church, I want you to find Zechariah 3:1 and 2. Zechariah 3:1 and 2. Valley 1, Mississippi 2, Anglo-Saxon 3. Luke 22:31. Luke 22:31. Ever who got it first, raise your hand. Rock and roll. All right, Melissa's got Zechariah.
Luke what?
Luke 22:31. Uh-oh, she ain't got it. She ain't got it. This side ain't got it yet. Uh-oh. We got it. Look at it. 3.
Well, I had that. 1. Oh, yeah, I had that. Yeah.
3, 1.
I thought she said 21. I'm like, that's no verse. I thought I said 3. Yeah, I had that. That's what I had. Zechariah 3.
3, 1 and 2. Zechariah 3, 1 and 2. All right, y'all done great. Y'all done great. So Melissa is going to read this out loud for everybody, and then Steve is going to read the other one out loud. Melissa, what we got right here?
The Lord said to Satan, the Lord rebuke you, Satan. The Lord who has chosen, hello,
Sorry.
that's all right. Let me read that in my Bible.
Read out your Bible.
There we go. Okay, maybe I don't have it.
Zechariah
3:1, that's not. Then he showed me Joshua, the high priest standing before, that ain't right.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
right.
that's right. That's not what he was before.
It was 3:2 before.
No, I had 3-2 on the other one.
And 1 on this side, 2 on that side.
Okay. Then the Lord showed me Joshua, the
There we go,
high priest
now we got
standing before the
Joshua.
angel of the Lord, and Satan standing on the right side to accuse him.
Very
The Lord
good.
said to Satan, you want me to write 2?
Yeah, go ahead and do
All right,
that.
the Lord said to Satan, the Lord rebuke you, Satan. The Lord who has chosen Jerusalem rebuke you. It's not this man a burning stick snatched from the fire.
Very good. Very good. Do we see a word in there that we've been talking about? Accused. Look at that. Then he showed me Joshua, the high priest, standing before the angel of the Lord. Okay? Joshua, the high priest, is standing before the angel of the Lord. So let's put this picture together. Here's Joshua. He's standing before the angel of the Lord. But hold, Joshua's not standing by himself. He's not standing by himself. And Satan's where? Standing at his right side to accuse him. Don't ever think you're going to run to God with something you've done good and think you're by yourself. Okay? Don't do it. I'm telling you right now, don't do it. You run to God like you done something, you ain't going by yourself. Mr. I, are you with me? You ain't by yourself. Because there's going to be somebody always with you. His name is Lucifer. His name is the morning star. His name is the accuser of the brethren. What do you think Satan's trying to do with Joshua at this point? You think Satan's going to stand down and let Joshua be praised by Christ, be praised by God, be acknowledged by God without him saying anything? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Stephen, going on with the book of Luke. What you got? All right, Jimmy.
Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift all of you as wheat.
Do you realize that in this verse right here, we're not going to go to it, we're not going to spend a lot of time on it, do you realize that Satan has actually went and asked personally for Peter? Asked for him by name. Simon actually went to him and asked for him by name. Do you think that Satan that lived back when this book was written is not the same Satan that there is today? Do you think Satan may have been the past or may go to one day? Maybe he goes to God and says, hey, I want Bill Mullins. I want George Remsen. I want Glenn Willis. I want Billy Paradise. I want Melissa Parton. I want Kathy Moore. I want Mary Golden. I want Scott Deckeron. You honestly think that Satan can't go to God and ask for you? Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that to happen in your life? Are you strong enough in your knowledge of your own faith to be ready and prepared for Satan to go? What is he trying to do? He's trying to sift you out. Are you prepared for that? Today's about a challenge, folks. It's about a challenge. It's challenging you to understand that, yeah, it may look like a simple court trial with a bunch of politicians on paper. But do you realize this could actually be our lives going on right here? And the players in this game, it's not the Republicans and the Democrats. It's not the senators and the congressmen. It's not the judges and the professors. It's not the doctors. But who is it in this game? It's us. And who's the other two? God and Satan. And he asked for Simon Peter personally. And I'm telling you today, he can do the same thing to you. Are you ready for Satan to ask for you? Are you ready for that? I want to share, I want to finish with one thing. I know we're getting along, but I got to finish with this. If Satan accuses you of something, would it be true? Well, you say, well, I don't know what he's accusing me of. That's exactly right. Wow, check that out. You don't know what he's accusing you of. Okay? Well, we don't know what it is that he's accusing you of, but let me ask you this. If you were accused of being a Christian today, and you had to go to court. And first of all, y'all think, well, that ain't never going to happen. Let me tell you what, it can happen. It can happen. If you were accused of being a Christian today, you had to go to court. Would you be found guilty of Christianity? Would you be found guilty if you went to a place somewhere and there were 12 jurors there and they heard the accounts of the witnesses about you, about your life, about who you are? When the trial was over with, would you be deemed guilty of Christianity? It's something to ask yourself. It's something to ask yourself. If you don't, you're not thinking very serious about who you are on the Lord. If you fall all up in church on Sunday and right back out on the job site cussing and carrying on Monday, if you fall all up in the church on Sunday and you got your six-pack stored in your refrigerator, and I'm not telling you drinking the beer of sin. Never said that. Never said that. But the world don't see it like that. You know how the world sees it? He's a member of that local Baptist church. I seen him at the business. I seen him come out of fast time with a sack. Now, I don't know how it is in Lincoln, but in Warrenton, if you ever saw somebody coming out of the store with a paper sack in their hand, they were labeled as a drunk before they even got to the car. That's just the way it is. If they come out the door, it could have been a Sprite, but if it was wrapped up in a little sack, you was drunk immediately. But you know what? The world still sees us like that. So you're gonna get put on trial. And at first, you think a lawyer don't know what he's doing. You think the accused rather don't know what he's doing when he's got you on the stand. He's gonna walk up and he says, Mr. Hardy, it says right here in the Bible that drinking's not a sin. Well, how do you think drinking is perceived, Mr. Hardy? And Stephen answers and he says a few things like that. So it could be possible that drinking something could alter your state of mind. And when you said yes, it's possible, that's all you would have to say. Because what does it say about the temple? Should we ever tear down the temple that God built? No. What is the temple? Our bodies. So he goes to Stephen and he says, do you think you can alter your body or your state of mind? And he says yes. Well, Mr. Stephen, I've got Mr. Hardy, I've got you on October 28th at 4:30 in the afternoon as you were leaving school, stopping by so and such and such or beer joint or club, and you were spotted by an eyewitness sitting over here walking out of that place with a brown paper bag with something in the shape of a can inside of it. Do you agree with that? And he says yes. You know what? It don't matter what he says after then. His witnessing is done. He's trash at that point. He's trash. Just like we trash. You know how we love to judge people? Well, that's all Satan's trying to do. He's just trying to get us to judge each other. I want to finish by saying this. If you were put on trial today, for being a Christian, do you have enough Jesus in your life? I'm not asking you to save or not. Do you have enough Jesus in your life that he shows in such a way that you would be held criminally guilty of Christianity? Because if you're not, Jesus is not who he's supposed to be in your life. And he should be. And I want every one of you to think about it. I'm talking about from Britt all the way on this side to Jimmy, to Racy, from Ethan all the way to Glenn. Every one of us, and me included, need to be able to answer that question. If I go on trial today for Jesus, will I be held accountable? Will I be held guilty for loving him? And showing him the way I should. Let us pray. Father, we come to you now. Thank you for this time. Father, thank you for this opportunity. Father, we want to raise up Micah's sister to you right now. We want to raise her up. Father, as a young girl going to a hospital, it's got to be a scary place. So, Father, we want to raise hope up to you. We want to pray that the doctors are taking care of her as they should. We want to raise up the young man that was hurt playing football. We want to raise up these families and things that are acting in such a way that Diane spoke of earlier. We want to talk about the attitudes of people. We want to raise up the ones that are just potentially claiming you, Lord, but not showing you. We want to raise up each and every one in this church today in a way that they can understand who you really are, how important it is that we look at the details of our lives. Father, I just want to share with everybody in here that my life was at one time an absolute mess. And And Father, were it not for you, my life would still be a mess. And I have you to thank for. And Father, I want to ask that you convict me to show you in a way that I will be found guilty of knowing you as my Savior. Just as everyone in here should pray the same prayer. And Father, as we get ready to close now and come back tonight, may you take this message and go with us. Father, may you make it dig deep into us. That we can understand it, we can appreciate it. And we can respect all the more the fact that you love us and Satan don't. And you want us to be your servants, and Satan just wants to use us. So, Father, let us not fall victim to his lies and his accusers and his betrayals and his smoke and mirrors. And we ask all these things in Christ's beautiful and holy name. Amen.
Take your hymnals and let's turn to page 320.
Ask your will be done in each life. And just ask that you get the glory out of